Dirty jokes. What has a slice of burnt toast and a pregnant girlfriend got in common? In both cases you wish you took it out a few seconds earlier. Dirty jokes. Girl, baby, I am wet. Boy, want a paper towel? Girl, no, I want more than that. Boy, want 2 paper towels? Girl, no, baby, I want something big and round. Boy, damn, you want the whole roll. IT jokes. One day Bill complained to his friend that his elbow really hurt. His friend suggested that he go to a computer at the drugstore that can diagnose anything quicker and cheaper than a doctor. Simply put in a sample of your urine and the computer will diagnose your problem and tell you what you can do about it. It only costs $10. Bill figured he had nothing to lose, so he filled a jar with a urine sample and went to the drugstore. Finding the computer, he poured in the sample and deposited the $10. The computer started making some noise and various lights started flashing. After a brief pause, out popped a small slip of paper on which was printed, "You have tennis elbow. Soak your arm in warm water. Avoid heavy lifting. It will be better in 2 weeks." Later that evening, while thinking how amazing this new technology was and how it would change medical science forever, he began to wonder if this machine could be fooled. He mixed together some tap water, a stool sample from his dog and urine samples from his wife and daughter. To top it off, he masturbated into the concoction. He went back to the drugstore, located the machine, poured in the sample and deposited the $10. The computer again made the usual noise and printed out the following message: "Your tap water is too hard. Get a water softener. Your dog has worms. Get him vitamins. Your daughter is using cocaine. Put her in a rehabilitation clinic. Your wife is pregnant with twin girls. They aren't yours. Get a lawyer. And if you don't stop jerking off, your tennis elbow will never get better." Yo mama jokes. Yo mama's so stupid she was yelling into the mailbox. We ask her what's she doing. And she said, she was sending a voicemail. Little Johnny jokes. Little Johnny comes running into the house and asks, "Mommy, can little girls have babies?" "No," says his mom, "of course not." Little Johnny runs back outside yelling to his friends, "It's okay, we can play that game again." Little Johnny jokes. One night little Johnny was really scared sleeping by himself at camp, so he sprints out of his tent and runs to his teacher's tent and asks, "Miss, can I please sleep with you tonight?" His teacher replies, "No." Johnny moans and says, "But my mummy lets me." "Okay then, just for tonight," the teacher replies. Johnny jumps into bed with her and asks, "Miss, can I please play with your belly button with my finger?" She again says no. "But my mummy lets me," says Johnny again. "Well, I suppose it's okay," replies the teacher. Things are silent for a few minutes until the teacher leaps up screaming, "That's not my belly button, little." Johnny replies, "It ain't my finger either." Military jokes. By the time a Marine pulled into a little town, every hotel room was taken. "You've got to have a room somewhere," he pleaded. "Or just a bed, I don't care." "Where?" "Well, I do have a double room with one occupant, a Navy guy," admitted the manager, "and he might be glad to split the cost. But to tell you the truth, he snores so loudly that people in adjoining rooms have complained in the past. I'm not sure it'd be worth it to you." "No problem," the tired Marine assured him. "I'll take it." The next morning the Marine came down to breakfast, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. "How'd you sleep?" asked the manager. "Never better." The manager was impressed. "No problem with the other guy snoring?" "Then?" "Nope, I shut him up in no time," said the Marine. How'd you manage that? Asked the manager. He was already in bed, snoring away, when I came in the room, the Marine explained. I went over, gave him a kiss on the cheek. Said, "Good night, beautiful," and he sat up all night watching me. Chuck Norris jokes. Chuck Norris once urinated in a semi-truck's gas tank as a joke. That truck is now known as Optimus Prime. Alcohol jokes. Woman, is there a problem, officer? Officer, ma'am, you were speeding. Woman. Oh, I see. Officer, can I see your license please? Woman, I'd give it to you but I don't have one. Officer, don't have one. Woman, lost it 4 times for drunk driving. Officer, I see. Can I see your vehicle registration papers please? Woman, I can't do that. Officer, why not? Woman, I stole this car. Officer. Stole it? Woman, yes, and I killed and hacked up the owner. Officer, you what? Woman, his body parts are in plastic bags in the trunk if you want to see. They. Officer looks at the woman, slowly backs away to his car, and calls for backup. Within minutes 5 police cars circle the car. A senior officer slowly approaches the car, clasping his half-drawn gun. Officer 2, ma'am, could you step out of your vehicle please? The woman steps out of her vehicle. Woman, is there a problem sir? Officer 2, one of my officers told me that you have stolen this car and murdered the owner. Woman, murdered the owner. Officer 2, yes, could you please open the trunk of your car, please? The woman opens the trunk, revealing nothing but an empty trunk. Officer 2, is this your car, ma'am? Woman, yes, here are the registration papers. The first officer is stunned. Officer 2, one of my officers claims that you do not have a driving license. The woman digs into her handbag and pulls out a clutch purse and hands it to the officer. The officer snaps open the clutch purse and examines the license. He looks quite puzzled. Officer 2, thank you ma'am, one of my officers told me you didn't have a license, that you stole this car, and that you murdered and hacked up the owner. Woman, betcha the lying bastard told you I was speeding too. Dirty jokes. A young man was showing off his new sports car to his girlfriend. She was thrilled at the speed. If I do 200 mph, will you take off your clothes? He asked. Yes, said his adventurous girlfriend. And as he gets up to 200, she peeled off all her clothes. Unable to keep his eyes on the road, the car skidded onto some gravel and flipped over. The naked girl was thrown clear, but he was jammed beneath the steering wheel. Go and get help, he cried. But I can't. I'm naked and my clothes are gone. Take my shoe, he said, and cover yourself. Holding the shoe over her pubes, the girl ran down the road and found a service station. Still holding the shoe between her legs, she pleaded to the service station proprietor, please help me. My boyfriend's stuck. The proprietor looked at the shoe and said, there's nothing I can do, he's in too far.